Hi everyone, this is the Collective Soul Tarot and my name is Kay. Welcome back to the channel and so happy to be here with you today. It's Monday. I hope you all had a really great weekend. I had a very nice one too. Thank you so much for asking. But let's get going, and if you like what you see or hear, would you please consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up, a comment and a share. That would be wonderful. I'll be using the Kipper and the Gilded Reverie decks of Seer Marquetti's to start with, and then the Intuit Tarot for clarification. So Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, would you please guide and assist me today with correctly interpreting the energies in the cards and to help me see clearly? Thank you so much. Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today in this general read for Monday? What is it, guys? November the 13th, 2023, I do believe. Let's start. One card. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's on the back. So let's go. Past, present, and future. We have past. Something has come definitely to an end. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Present day. Oh, it's the lady with the rose. And the future is a choice card. Okay. Let's talk about clarification for each one of these, Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit. Please clarify the coffin card in our collective's past. Thief. And occupation. What, did someone try to steal a position that you were working towards? Did that come to an end? So somebody was trying to get between you and what you were working towards. What you were, what you saw as something pleasurable, a hobby, work that you enjoyed doing anyways. Now that could be in the love related sense, somebody that you're working to try and work towards, to move towards, to make an effort to be with. You know what I'm saying? Someone was trying to get in your way of doing that, of making that change, of making that movement forward, of going towards something that you would enjoy, or someone you would enjoy being with. That's come to an end in the past. And this clarifies that, right? So whatever this is, that's come to an end. Yeah, okay. Present day. Could be like, it could also, I'm referring it to because of these cards here, this one in particular. This could also mean that you have a promotion that was offered to you or available to you, and it was up for grabs, and you were a likely candidate, and someone was trying to, knock you out of the race, kind of thing. But that too has come to an end. All right, lady number 1 holding the rose for our present day. What is it for our present day collective, Archangel Michael and Holy Spirit? Star and the new beginning with the child card. So the star card is like wishes granted, wish fulfillment, thank your lucky stars. I'm getting these, I think I'm getting two mixed up here, so I want to make sure. I was thinking that has to do with I'm thinking about the moon card too, so that's why I want to get clarification. This is for guidance and healing. Is what I promised through a gentle feeling. I am reassurance, inspiration, and a new path for your exploration. Wish upon a star, for I hope I bring hope and light from afar. This is arriving at the star of good prospects. This is indicative of the very journey through life. It's a fixed course that is preordained. Stars indicate the need for vision and a desire for wish fulfillment. Yeah, stars in their eyes. We should follow our own star. Optimism, ambition. It's a card that portends success and much promise. Thanking our lucky stars, right? So yeah, I think that you want a new beginning with this one. This lady number 1 holding the rose. This is wishing upon a star for a new beginning with this one. That's what you're currently focused on. Yeah. It's like, it's been a fantasy of yours for quite some time. And you've been wishing upon the star through your fantasy, through your desires, to have a wish fulfilled, that is to be in the same place, in the same presence as this lady number 1. Okay, so what's to come in the future for our collective? Near future? Excuse me. Archangel Michael and the Holy Spirit, what can you tell us about the near future? Choice card. A loyal and trustworthy companion, and good news. Okay, so I think that what that's saying is that she will, you see that they can go two ways, right? when you want to approach this one here in the near future, you know that if you do, I'm going to go into it a little deeper, is that if you don't come across as being, loyal and trustworthy, because perhaps she's seen you otherwise, you don't come across correct. In other words, friendly, loyal, and trustworthy, maybe just even as a good friend or companion for the first little while, that you want to rush in with this news that you have changed into this kind of energy, that it could go one or two ways. It could go one or 2 days. You have a sense of humor. So yeah, you don't want to rush in, with news of all of this and scare the heck out of her, scare her off. That could go that way, right? But if you come in nice and loyal and friendly and dogs, they wait forever, right? They don't always look like they're patient, but they're not going to make a move until you make a move. And especially if they want to go for a walk, want to do something, they'll be wanting to go with you, right? And they will wait until you're ready. They'll sit there with the leash in their mouth and say, look at you, as hope to say that, well, this is going to go one of two ways, right? Either I'm going to have to drop the leash, or he or she's going to pick the leash up and we're going to go for a walk together. So one or two ways, right? Yeah, that's what you're thinking. You're thinking this can go one way or the other. So you want to make sure you show up in this energy here. Not being pushy or putting pressure on her, but quickly coming in and saying, this is who I am now. This is the energy I come into your presence with. I am loyal and you can trust me, and I am devoted to you. And, I will heed your command kind of thing. I will heed your command. If you tell me heed, I will heed. So yeah, whatever you want. I'm there with you and I'm there for you. Okay, coffin. 8 of Cups. Yeah. Oh, that's upside down. Is that because my cards are upside down? Yeah, all my cards are upside down, so we're going to switch it. Check to make sure they weren't upside down. But I guess I was wrong. Let me have a drink, please. Thank you very much. Yeah. So you walked away, and because of the heavy burdens in your life, became too heavy for you. The 10 is the end. I like how that rhymes. I'm all into rhymes. You don't want to live with me, because you've lived with me, you'd hear me sing all sorts of silly songs about the cat, about the dog, just about anything. I rhyme. And it doesn't necessarily rhyme either, but that's what I do. And the 3 of coins. Okay. So, got the 7 of cups on the back here too. So option making, or option taking, or option considering is done. All of this come to an end. You've walked away. You put an end to your heavy burdens. You've laid them down. You are no longer going to be what do you call it? Not entertaining, but well, I don't know. I can't think of the word, but it's about considering being with somebody and making someone else a third party. You're not going to entertain that notion, right? You're putting your 3 third party ideas away. You're putting your 3 third party ways away. Okay? You're putting your 3 third party ways away. You annexed somebody, so it would only be 2 left, and that would be you and this one here. So you definitely have put that away. You put the last nail in the coffin for that. It's sealed, it's done, and it's delivered. No, you have a lot of options. Yes, you do, but you've chosen that there is one in particular. Okay, but the thief and the occupation. Let's talk about the thief, please. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, can we do that, please? Thank you. Let's see, thief, King of Swords, Emperor, wow, big energies, Ace of Coins, and the 6 of Swords. Yeah, I see, what I'm seeing is that somebody was trying to cut your options out of your life. They were trying to cut you, make sure that your ability to lay down the law, my way or the highway, and take charge and control of your life without the okay, the approval of someone else, and become independently, take charge, take action, to move, to take your coin and move to calmer waters. Yep, I move it back and forth. But the thief. Okay, so the Emperor, this could all be to do with your work too at the same time, but the Ace of Coins could represent like a promotion where you'd be earning more money, right? The King of Swords is something to do with the professional side of your life. The King of Swords could be considered a professional. Doesn't meddle in emotions. It's just all logic and practicality. It's about just getting the job done. And the Emperor definitely is he's the leader. He's in a higher position, the highest position, really. Not a higher, but he's in the highest position. Someone else might be trying to knock you off your crown. Not your crown, your throne. But, it's all about taking charge. And somebody wanted to put a mountain in front of you, or steal that opportunity from you. And I guess it has to do with work, but let's see what it has to say here. Archangel Michael and Holy Spirit, can you please clarify what you mean about the occupation card? please. All right, making progress 1 to 2 weeks. Of course, I pull out more when it comes to those moon cards, because that's not the moon card. That's the waxing moon card. It's just extra. Oh, there's the full moon. Okay, well, 1 month or the next full moon. Okay, we got them out of the deck now. 2 of Swords. That's being indecisive. And the Empress. So you see. Okay. And the Page of Wands. So you almost made a job. you almost made a career out of sitting on the fence. Oh, yes. Archangel Michael has a sense of humor too, okay? Yeah, I've known that. That's not a surprise to me, but still, you've almost made a career out of sitting on the fence and being indecisive, particularly when it comes to who? Your Empress. Now, this could be you moving away from a wife, like breaking that contract with the wife, with the King of Swords, which is like, can also be, well, it's a professional, right? Could also be a lawyer for divorce court. And yeah, because you may have found something out about your wife, right? And it took you a long time to really say, okay, I got to do something about this. I've been sitting on the fence, humming and hawing for too long, trying to block my feelings about this and not wanting to see what she's really been up to, thinking that it'll just all smooth itself out and go away, because then everything will be, back to normal, right? Not so. So anyways, this is also you sitting on a fence, both having not made the, not making the decision to know what you know, that you come to learn, with the Page of Wands, the messenger, right? Some kind of passionate messaging. You found out about something, the passionate messaging back and forth, or she was passionately messaging someone else, right? Stepping out on your marriage. It's that, and it's you not getting off the fence to make a decision about moving towards your Empress, who you would like to, have a brand new beginning with, passionately messaging her. To be able to communicate with her in a more than just a friendly manner, right? That is something that you've been wanting for a long time, but you just never did anything about it for the longest time. So yeah, you were making a career out of sitting on the fence. And of course, somebody, including yourself, were putting blocks in your way to be able to make these movements forward. And the block is not being able to make your mind up about it. And other people trying to make you feel confused. And the other person would be your spouse or your long-term partner. I would say it's a spouse, because the Empress is here and the Emperor is here. He's a husband and Empress, or Emperor and Empress, husband and wife. So yep, that's definitely what that means for both sides, both meanings. Not getting off the fence, making it a career out of it, either to not getting off the fence about both, leaving your spouse, your wife, to be able to pursue the Empress, who is the higher evolved part of an Empress, aspect of the Empress card in the tarot. Okay, so let's talk about present day. The lady, who would be the Empress, lady number 1. The Tower, 10 of Cups. Ooh, just a minute. And the Lovers. Page of Cups. Okay, now I'm going to have to ask for more clarity, because but these cards clarify that one. So it has to be that you had to put an end to your sitting on the fence days, because the Tower came down. Yeah, the Tower came down that had to do with your marriage. Okay, that's it. I got it. The Tower came down that had to do with your marriage that was not going so well. It was not as happily ever after. And presently, you're well aware of this. Because you chose in the past to be with the one that has betrayed you now. And, drop the other one, which is the Empress here. This Empress. And then the Empress would be the wife that you left. The wife. This is the Empress. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Because in tarot, the Empress and the Emperor card could just simply mean man and wife, or husband and wife, right? If that's in the more not so evolved frequency of what both Emperor and Empress are in the tarot, what they actually stand for, in the highest sense, okay? This is the highest sense. This one here, this Empress. The one that you left, your wife, was just a wife. Not in that higher sense of the Empress description. Okay? Hope that was clear. So anyways, you had to end your ways of sitting on the fence. Okay? Being in your own little darkness, your own little secrets, secrets, pushing your feelings down, your secrets, not saying a word, not even acknowledging perhaps your own thoughts and feelings about what you had for being with this one here instead of being with that one. So you had to put an end to that. Of course, the marriage came to an end too. Through, your divorce, okay? The Tower had made sure that it happens. That's a complete upheaval of something. It's highly dramatic. It's very painful, excruciatingly painful, I might add. And it's not necessarily just one Tower. If you continue to not follow your heart, and I say this all the time, if you continue to not follow your heart, which is this one here, you following your heart, the divine comes in and gives you a great big blessing of abundance and prosperity to help you make your way, like your travels towards the one that you're following your heart for. Okay, that is excuse me, when you actually make your mind up, take the actions necessary to follow your heart's desires, the divine comes in and just pours it into your life in every area you need. If it's financial, if it's people, places, and things that you need as resources to help you get that, if you need documents, passports and maybe working visas or whatever, it's gonna come together nicely for you. If you allow it, if you keep your mind out of being pessimistic and doubtful, fearful, right? Ego, right? If you allow it, it will happen. If you put faith in that the divine is in your life now because you're hearing the calling of your heart, then you trust that that's real. That's very, very real, more real than what you think might be otherwise. You trust in that and put your faith in that, and you're going to see all sorts of blessings come into your life because of your faith, right? Your faith in the divine. Has to be faith in the divine. That whatever the divine promises, which is everything, the divine promises all the best of what you can imagine, because you can't even imagine the best. The divine knows, of course, because the divine is the giver of it. But our little minds have a hard time imagining what the best would be. You'll only know until you find out. You'll only know when you find out. Yeah. So the Tower has come to blow all this up here. Okay? The end. It's put an end to it. You put an end to your ways. And the Tower came in and made sure everything else was taken care of. This is the divine. See the strikes of lightning coming from the divine? The divine says, no more of this. You two hearts are not on the same page anymore. You were at one time. That's why we allowed you to be together. That's why we allowed you to have the choices available to you, and you chose that one. But not now. You've evolved. You've grown collective. And so therefore, you are more in line with somebody else. You're not in line with this sneaky, deceptive, betraying behaviors that you were once yourself, but not anymore. And so the Tower came in to just, let that all sink into the sea gracefully, which is that 10 of Cups commitment you had to your wife, the Empress wife. Because you had made the choice to be with her, you were hoping for a 10 of Cups happily ever after at the time when you two were yoked and on the same page, seeing eye to eye about life, about the pursuit of happiness, about family and love and retirement and holidays and you name it, how to make money, how to make our money grow, maybe have, in a side hustle or a business together, like you were on the same page. Not so much anymore. You found out enough to know that you're not on the same page anymore. And so now you're choosing again this one. You're dropping that one now like a hot potato. Took some pain because there was a lot of heat in there. But you're choosing this one now. Okay? Now the Star. Present day. Let's talk about the Star. Hip hip hooray. Wish fulfillment. Thank your lucky stars. Guidance and assurance. Right? Guidance and assurance. I'm just going to check it. Please excuse me for forgetting, but I just want to make sure. Guidance and healing. See, good thing I checked. Guidance and healing. Okay. 9 of Wands. Yeah, you need some healing. 3 of Swords. Oh, yeah, you do. Big time. Justice. Yes. And then the Page of Cups. It was on the back of the deck last time that I didn't bring it forward. Now it's here again on the back of the deck. So it has to come out. 9 of Wands. Being a wounded warrior from all of this. Having life sucked out of you. This life did to you. Put you on your knees. But you found the strength and the courage enough to get back up with that last fight within you. The motivation to be able to bring healing to your heart. 3 of Swords. From the breakup, heartbreak, you brought justice to it, meaning you broke the contract between you and your spouse. And you're going to, by doing so, you're actually going to be bringing balance, justice to the past of what happened between you and her. Okay? But, and your apology. Your apology and just an expression of, I care for you. And you could say, I love you, but, I care for you. I think of you a lot. I adore you. I admire you, whatever. Something that's nice, but it's an apology too. So let's talk about number 13, the Child card. Yeah, that's your wishes come true, is that you will be healing after your wounded warrior time spent with your spouse. Here's the 6 of Wands. And let's see what else we had here. 5 of Coins. Vernal equinox, which is a few days. Wow. And the Star. That's healing and mending. That's healing and mending. And mending the connection between the two of you. That's your fantasy, right? That's what your wish fulfillment is. You'll be laying your pride and ego down for this one. This is your fears. You are fearful of approaching her, but I think that when you overcome that, because the two of you are talking or communicating, you'll be like, what you might normally do as a defense mechanism is come across as though, yeah, I just thought I'd check in with you, like, whatever. Well, I had some time and I thought about you for a second. That kind of thinking. Don't think that way, okay? That's your pride and ego. That's your fears that you're going to be rejected. That's your fears of feeling vulnerable, like raw and standing there naked in front of somebody. Which that pride and ego has done you well. See how well it's done you? And I'm being sarcastic, of course. Five of Coins, that's made you feel like left out in the cold, and you financially may have lost 5 of your 10 Pentacles through this whole debacle with this one here. She either may be spending a lot of money where your investments and your savings accounts were a lot lower than you would have expected, or she's just with her behavior and betraying you. She's making you feel like you're an outsider looking into your own marriage, right? Yeah, so in a few days, you go from the dark to the light, because I think that's from feeling like a 5 of Coins to like feeling jubilant. I don't know if I say that word right, but it sounds good to me, jubilant. Yep, you'll be mending. Your fantasy is to mend that connection between you and the Empress, the lady number 1 with holding the rose there. So what's the wish, or the choice card, number 22, Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit. You will be successful when you lay that whole ego and pride business down. Come to her sincerely, like really feeling what you'd like to really. What would you like someone to say to you? If they were approaching you in a romantic, loving way, what would you like them to say to you? What would make you feel good? That's what you should think about when you're communicating with her. What would make you feel good if there was somebody you were really interested in and was approaching you, and they started expressing their thoughts and emotions towards you? What would you like to hear them say? That's always a great way to start off. Judgment. Yep. Judgment. Final decision. One of two ways, right? Judgment. Oh my gosh. 7 of Wands. Oh, but you're gonna explain to her, you're the dog, right? You're dog energy. You're worth fighting for. That's what that card says. You're worth fighting for. So don't just go off on one direction too hastily, right? The winter solstice, find the light within, timing a year or more. Well, that winter solstice is for us in the North America, so that would be, December 20th or something like that. Summer solstice for the South Americans, the pinnacle of success, timing is a few weeks. So it's either way, put it this way, but it's either way. Yep. So whatever part of the world you're in will be most applicable to you. So it'd either be a year or more in the winter, from the winter, or a few weeks from the summer solstice. It's okay. 9 of Cups. Yeah. And yeah, okay. 7 of Coins. Yeah. So I said, you'll be worth fighting for. You've got to let her know that the choice, if she chooses to go towards you instead of some other way, away from you, you're worth fighting. You're worth fighting for, and that she is worth fighting for to you. Okay, she ticks all your boxes. You see. And, you would want her to think of you as ticking all her boxes. The two of you have been, thinking nostalgic, looking at the back, looking at the past, thinking about how all that you've birthed, sown, and about to reap or have been reaping has not been nearly as much as you really feel. You've been really feeling in your heart that you truly, truly want, right? You just feel like you haven't had everything. You haven't had the best of what the world can offer through love. You just haven't. You don't feel like that. And that's why you're in the quandary, why you're, moving in this direction instead of being back in here happily ever after, right? So the dog card. Let's talk about the dog card. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, would you please? Thank you so much. Dog card. Remember, this is you, collective, that you're going to show up in the near future as, in that energy. you might be needing some more work here. I'm not sure. Well, we have the Three of Wands. This is you saying that I've turned my back. See, look, I'm looking directly at you now. I am looking directly at you. See, I'm looking directly at you. Can you see me? Now look, quit looking that way. Look this way. You know? So that's what you're going to be saying. I'm looking directly at you. I'm turning my back even on my marriage. I'm turning my back on it so that I can jump on the ship that's going to take me to you, girl, who's my Empress in the highest regard. Yep, I have a plan. I have a plan in place, and it's to come to you like this, you know, with this great news. It's news that I've changed. I've become a different person. I put things to death. You know, I ended things. And now it's up to you to tell me if you're going to go my way or someone else's highway, right? Let's go. The Chariot. Yeah, because look at me. Especially if you were to grab the other end of this lead, I would be flying high with you. Oh, the Chariot's in reverse, okay? I won't be coming towards you half-cocked, you know, like a crazy maniac, reckless, and in a way that might scare the bejeebies out of you. I won't be coming that way to you. I'll be coming to you with doggy eyes, you know? Like, because, you know, your dog loves you. Because I am just like, I'm devoted to you. I want to be under the same roof with you. You know, I want to celebrate with you together out in public. I want people to see you and I together, hand in hand, whether we're in wedding attire or not. That's what you want. But you're assuring her that you have been moving very, very slowly towards her. It just didn't look like it because you were sitting on the fence. You were allowing your mind to go there in fantasy, but as far as any other actions, you weren't taking. But the King of Coins, the Knight of Coins now is somebody that you know, once he gets on his horse and starts moving, he makes his mark. He reaches his goal, and that is to come back towards you. Now, of course, it's going to be coming slowly, methodically, with perseverance, and you could trust this one here. You trust this knight. That they're, you know, the Knight of Wands you can't necessarily trust, depends if he's reverse or not. But you could trust this one because they're plodding along. This individual's plodding along and saying, I'm coming towards you. Now, whether or not you want me to stay there, that's up to you, right? But I'm definitely coming towards you. That's lovely. So the last card, the messenger card here, number 1, the one that has the news, fast incoming news. Now the card's upside down. Okay, here we go. Fast incoming news that needs to be shared. 8 of Swords that you've been up in your head. Let's put these guys away. We don't need them anymore. Yeah. Okay. Get these guys out of the way too. I don't need that anymore. Okay. Just a second, guys. All right. Here we go. 8 of Swords. Well, can you see that? See, there we go. 8 of Swords. You've been up in your head, blind because of your own self-imposed prison, feeling stuck. But during that time, the news is, during that time while I was feeling stuck up in my head, guess what I was doing? I was moving into a temperate place. I was allowing myself. I was allowing my mind to just slow down and really just take breaths and see that everything's fine. Everything's fine. You know, like it may not feel like it when you think too much about it and then your emotions get into it, but everything is fine in this moment. Everything is fine. And in a couple of moments, you're probably still going to be fine, you know. And you can decide to be fine, even if something were to happen, like a tower moment where, let's say an earthquake, right? You're going to take take the whole rumbling and the jiggling of the house and things falling and breaking in stride. You're going to go, well, there's nothing I can do about it. It's got to happen. It's going to happen. Maybe if there's something that you really, really want to keep in your life and you're afraid it's going to fall off the shelf and break, you'll go straight over there and you'll pick it up and you hold on to it for dear life. Might be a child too. So you're just going to calmly do it, because it doesn't help if you're acting all crazy, full of anxiety. It's going to scare the dickens out of your child, and you might even drop your prized possession, yourself. Okay, so you just got to be careful. Get into a calm, tempered place. The angels are all around you when you do that. The angels are around you anyways, but there's way more angels, and there's way more closeness to you as a protective shield around you. They are protecting and guiding you. Yep, they are. They're giving you information very, very quietly in your quiet time with your mind, okay? Through your heart, because they see that you have been doing a lot of this, not getting your sleep at night, waking up, feeling exhausted, just like the wounded warrior, beaten up because of what life did. It was so hectic and brutal for you during that time of this whole debacle over here. It's been brutal. You're sharing this information with her because you're going to tell her what you've been through, like just not the details, but just tell her that this is why I'm not with this one anymore. Because if you don't fill her in, let's just say you don't fill her in and tell her what kind of stress you've been through with your wife, your ex-wife, she's going to think that you just broke up with her, or detached from her, and you're on the rebound over here. Do you see what I'm saying? She might think that you really wouldn't have come towards her. You really wouldn't have come towards her if this one hadn't done something. But is that the truth? I mean, maybe it's the truth. And that's something you need to consider, because if she turns into a Queen of Swords energy, she's going to say, look, why are you here? Is it just because your wife betrayed you? Or is it because, if that's the only reason, then, High Priestess, we're moving on. Okay, High Priestess. Now, that's in the reverse. Look at you. High Priestess in the reverse, meaning you're going to not be staying silent anymore. High Priestess in the upright is someone who keeps secrets, doesn't say anything. They know a whole lot, but they will not, like the moon right there, they will not shine a light on what they know. The moon helps them keep it secret, right? But in the reverse, look what it's doing. It's illuminating her face. Her mouth means that she's going to be spilling the beans. That's you, collective. You're not going to be staying silent anymore. You're going to tell her what you know, and you know that you have been feeling for a long time this, but you sat on the fence for so long about it that you almost forgot about it yourself. Okay, well, that's great. That's great. Let's see what the angels have to say for guidance and inspiration. Guidance and inspiration. And then what I'll do is pull out the Messengers of Love Oracle, or whatever it's called. First card from the angels, Archangel Michael, is get more information. Get more information. You need to know how you're going to come towards her correctly in a way that this will just be one choice, and that's all. And that would be towards you. Okay? Make sure you're correct. But wait until you completely inform yourself so that you are healed and healing and healed. Your broken heart, your wounded warrior mind, because this is what's going on with you right now. Okay? Wait. And then meditation. See, I was just talking about that, right? Meditation is going to bring the answers to you, and it's going to heal your mind. Okay, I'm going to put this away because I want to see what she might say towards you, what would she want to say to you when you reach out to her for the first time? Remember this? When you reach out to her for this first time. The Page of Wands too, and then of course the Messenger card. What would she want to say to you? Messengers of the heart. Awakening. The awakening process has begun. They now hold a new understanding of love and recognize connection. I think that's what she's hoping for you. That's what she'd say to you. Awaken. Awaken, awaken. What else? Haunted. Their vivid dreams haunt them. They dream of how they broke your heart and you moving on with someone else. That's what she... See? Broke her heart. Broke her heart that you moved on. You made that choice. The Lover's card there. To be with the one that you married there. Or whenever this happened in the past for you. Yeah. This is what she wants to remind you about these things. Okay. And the mask. They want to remove the mask they've been wearing and be brave enough to reveal their true feelings. That's what she would expect. For you to come towards her correct is by removing your mask. You're no longer something you aren't. You're actually the emperor in the higher frequency, because you're taking charge of your life, you're taking control, and you're moving forward following your heart. So collective, I hope that was helpful for you, and we will check in with you tomorrow. Take care now. Bye.